It's Transformers96 here with another video where I'm going to be talking about my thoughts on a newly shown backstage photo from Hot Toys. This was something that was very unexpected. I definitely don't think anybody really saw this coming, or at least coming right now. A Stan Lee Hot Toys figure. This is quite neat. Hot Toys has made, figures of just people before. Obviously, they've done multiple Michael Jackson figures and people like that. However, they haven't done one in a really long time, at least not to my knowledge. So it is kind of neat to see them actually doing another figure on a person instead of a character. And what a great one to do it on. As you can see, we've got Stan Lee here, looking really nice. I think it's obviously the facial likeness is very important when it comes to figures of movie characters. I mean, it's obviously super important, but when it comes to a figure of just a person, that likeness has to be perfect. Otherwise, there's no real reason to have this. Luckily, it looks like they have done a terrific job. I don't personally see anything wrong with this head sculpt. They've shown it from multiple angles, and it looks great from all the angles that they've shown it on. I think it looks just fantastic, and I'm very excited for this figure, actually. This is one that I think I'm gonna get. It's a little hard to make the decision because it's something so different from what I usually buy, obviously, from Hot Toys, but I think that it's worth it. Who doesn't love Stan Lee? The guy is just great, so it is a pretty neat idea to get a figure of him. Now, it will be really interesting to see what they do with it. They could obviously just go a very standard route and give us Stan Lee, regular clothing, the whole bit, and just like that. I'm hoping that they do some more interesting stuff with them. I mean, this is obviously a really unique opportunity for them. I'd love to see them give him some Marvel merchandise, like maybe a Spider-Man hat or things like that, some clothing, maybe a watch that's got some, Marvel stuff on it. It would be really interesting to see them do that. Also, it would be really cool if they gave him a 1/6 scale Hot Toys figure to go with the 1/6 scale Hot Toys figure. It would be really awesome if we did get a mini Hot Toys with Stan Lee here. Probably just, one of Hot Toys staple characters like Iron Man. It'll be really cool to get like a really mini one, with very slight articulation, but done in a really nice, Hot Toys style. It would be really cool to get that. That would be so unique. So they can do a lot of cool stuff with them. Obviously, I mean, they have to give them some comic books. I mean, that's just a given. So hopefully they'll give us some really interesting accessories. It would be really cool, not like necessary, but it would be pretty cool if like a third-party company would start releasing some of the outfits from his cameos in the Marvel movies. That would just be kind of interesting. I'd love to have a few of his cameo outfits. That would be pretty neat. He's obviously been a military veteran in a few of the cameos, and he wore, I can't quite remember what he wore in Guardians of the Galaxy, but I think it was something a little bit more futuristic and kind of alien-like. Nothing extreme, but a little different than usual. And when he was like the security guard in Captain America, and there's just a lot of fun things that they can do. So it would be really cool to see a third-party company, take advantage of this situation and give us some neat accessories, because that would be pretty interesting. So yeah, I'm very excited for this. I hope that they release it pretty soon, because I'm really interested to see what the whole what it's all going to look like all together. They'll probably, I would assume, they'll put it on pre-order on some special moment for Marvel or Stan Lee, probably in an anniversary for something Marvel, whether it was an anniversary for when Spider-Man was created or when Marvel Comics was started, or who knows. There's obviously a ton of anniversaries they can pick from, as well as I think that Stan Lee's birthday, I believe it's like December 28th, I'm not sure, but that would be a great time to put it on pre-order. So I'm sure that they'll pick a strategic time to put this thing on pre-order, and I'll be very excited to see it, and I think that I'll probably get it. One thing that's been a little disappointing for me, not with this figure, but with this Deadpool figure, I'm very much looking forward to this Sideshow Deadpool figure a lot. But with the fact that I really don't believe that Hot Toys is going to be able to make a movie Deadpool figure just because of Fox and how their rights work. With them not making many figures from X-Men, I really don't think that we're going to get a Deadpool figure. So because I'm going to get this figure, so I've been very disappointed that I really won't have a single figure to display him with, and I don't have any figures in the future coming up to display him with. However, I think that Stan Lee is, sorry, that's my background. I think that Stan Lee is a pretty, sorry about that, my camera ran out of space mid-sentence there, but what I was saying is I think that Stan Lee would be a really good figure to display with that Deadpool figure, just because obviously I want Stan Lee with somebody, and having him with one of his creations. I don't know if he personally created Deadpool, I'm not quite sure about that, but having him with one of his comic book characters would be really neat, and Deadpool is obviously self-aware, he knows that he's a comic book character, so I think that Deadpool is the perfect comic book character to display with a Stan Lee figure, and I can, put him where he's like maybe freaking out that he's meeting Stan Lee or something. There's a ton of really fun poses that I think is going to come out of this figure. I feel like once this figure is released, for months after on Instagram and everything, people are just going to be posting pictures of the, Hot Toys figures from the Marvel movies actually meeting Stan Lee. I'm sure we're going to get a ton of that for years to come after this figure is released. But overall, I'm quite excited about this, and I think that it's going to be one that I'm going to get. I mean, I definitely want to see what they do with it, but this face sculpt is looking pretty spot on, and that's the most important thing when you're doing a figure on a person and not just a character. So overall, I'm really excited and definitely blown away and surprised that they are doing this, or at least doing this now. So yeah, there you go. Those are my thoughts on the newly shown backstage photo of the Stan Lee head sculpt. Thanks so much for watching, and let me know what you guys think of this one. I would be really interested to see how well this figure does too, because who knows if people are going to really go after a person and decide, or just decide that they don't need this one because it isn't a character, it's just an actual person. But there you go. Thanks so much for watching.